Hello everybody, welcome back to your favourite FIFA series on YouTube. It's Be a Goalkeeper, episode 15. And today we have a big episode. We're on to the final few games of the season and we are fighting for automatic promotion. There is currently 6 teams fighting for the last automatic promotion spot. We are currently sitting in 4th, but even Crawley Town in 9th could get promoted. So we have to win every game we are playing today. But before we start, if you do enjoy this episode, make sure you leave a like on the video. It really does help on my channel. Subscribe if you're new, turn your notifications on, and let's get into this. So moving on to the first game of today's episode, it's against Harrogate Town, who are currently 17th in the table. So I'm hoping they will not give us too much trouble and it should be a walk in the park for us. But they do get the first opportunity. Lucky for me, it is straight at me, but I make a little bit of a meal of it. But look at this. Bounce straight up to my feet again, twist my legs, I don't care. As long as I get that ball in my hands, hold it tightly. Now we move on to the 37th minute and the Harrogate Town defender is a bit lax. It falls to Omar, who finesses it past the goalkeeper on his left foot to get his 30th goal of the season. That's my top goal scorer right there. That's the GOAT for our team. Absolute monster season, but it's a goal that could have been avoided. The Harrogate Town defender's too lazy with their passing. He played his teammate into a bad position who lost it. The high press finally worked for us, and look at the space Omar has just to take his time, compose himself, finesse it past the keeper, making it 1-0. And that is where we go into half-time interval. Not a lot happened in that first half, like 2 shots, and lucky for us we did get the goal. We just need to hold on to this lead. Starting the second half, my defender does a good job of blocking that, plays the ball too cheaply to the midfielder, and then he has a little through ball which I just gather up, and a long range from us. Another long range, just have straight at the keeper. He makes another decent save though. Harrogate try their hand at a long range as well, but straight at me, and again I make a little bit of a meal of it. I should probably just gather it up, but I choose not to, and then we finally get our second goal. I'm not even sure who that is. It could be Gonzalez, I think. 84th minute though, 2-0 up, and then we have definitely put this game to bed. It is Danny Gonzalez, who is starting a lot more games now since Wilson is sadly injured, who's going to miss the rest of the season. But again, down that right side, that is the side we go to every time we need a goal, and the space opens up. He hits it first time. He's in the 6-yard box. The defender just leaves him, and somehow he sneaks the ball just under the goalkeeper's arms, finds the back of the net, making it 2-0. Then he decides to mount the goalkeeper as well. I don't have a clue what is going on there. Gets a little bit of an injury there, hits the floor very hard, and then I get subbed out. Why? 4 shots against 2 saves. I've done my job, kept a clean sheet so far. Ward comes on, he keeps the clean sheet as well, but there's no need to sub me out. And then we actually do get some good news. Kizzy gets April's Player of the Month, and I have no idea who this is, so I had to look. He's actually my right back, and I don't remember seeing him for any of the season, so I don't know where he's come from, but either way, if he's playing well, I don't care. Now we move on to the next game against Leyton Orient, and we're away from home. We get off to a quick start. Look at this run from Danny Gonzalez, charging through into the box. No one near him, takes a shot at his left foot, keeper makes a decent save, pushes it out, but there it is. Omar with his second goal of the episode, and it's an easy one for him. Rises higher than the defenders. He wanted that goal more than the defenders wanted to clear it, but the keeper's going to be a little bit hard done by. He's done an okay save. He has pushed it into a dangerous area, but there's a few defenders there to block it. But look how high Omar rises above everyone else. He rises like a salmon to get that goal. Just jumps so early, he's hovering it in the air. It's like he's getting abducted by aliens. Gets a second goal. He's on 31 for the season. Such a crazy statistic. Just 10 minutes later, we do get another opportunity. The ball's played to Smith in the box, passes across to Danny Gonzalez. He hits it first time to double our lead on his left foot. And here's a little star in the making. Has to look up to Omar in this team, but he can push Sutton United up the football pyramid, maybe even into the Premier League. But that all depends on if he sticks with Sutton United, and hopefully he does. Sadly, there's a lot of people leaving, which I will show you next episode. But let's focus on the game at hand, which is still against Leyton Orient. 1-0 up. They get their first opportunity in the 20th minute, and look at this for a save. And I do a good job here. A little sneaky tactic. I trip up the striker as well, so he cannot finish it. And I trip my defender up for good measure as well. My other defender comes across, clears it. But that's a little tactic, you know. If they trip him up, it looks like I didn't do it on purpose, and I saved the goal anyway. I know I just said 1-0, but we're actually 2-0 up going into the second half. And overall, I'm quite happy with the way we're playing. We're scoring goals. We're kind of keeping clean sheets, doing pretty well defensively. We're having good opportunities and taking a whole load more shots. Again, from this corner, we whip it in, get a little header on. Keeper makes an okay save, not too much power. And Omar just passed the post there, but finally, Leyton Orient get their goal and half the deficit, and it's very disappointing. It's a second shot on target, and I don't understand why I have not saved it. I've dived the right way, but for some reason, I'm having this trouble recently. Doesn't matter how I dive, the ball will always just go over my arm. Maybe I'm not pointing in the right direction, but I'm pretty sure I am. It's an okay strike, but it's pretty close to me. I dive early as well. Literally just a fingernail above my hand, and then I get subbed off. I've had nothing to do. 0 saves though.
Wait a minute!
I'm pretty sure you class this as a decent save, you know, and my hands get the ball.
What happened?
As always, as soon as I get subbed off, the game goes into another level and goals get scored galore. We concede a goal, we do score a goal to get the win. Now looking at the league table, we have 1 game left and 4 teams can get automatic promotion. So it's close, it's coming down to the last game of the season. Milson's retiring. I brought him a nice expensive present, as you can see. I don't even know who he is. I think he's a left back. He's like 36 years old. I don't think he's played this whole season. So I spent 17 grand on avocado for someone I've never even met apparently. But either way, we move on to the last game of the season. We're chasing promotion. We need to win this one. We cannot drop any points. It's the most important game of my career so far, and it's against Hartlepool, who are lucky for us are near the bottom of the table, so it should be a nice easy win. But they're the first ones to have a shot on goal, and look at that for some hand strength. Keep that ball nice tight in those gloves, and then we score with Omar in the 15th minute. That is exactly what we want to see, and that is Omar's 31st goal of the season. I keep counting them because it's just unbelievable what he's done this season. He started off so strongly. He's had a little dull period, but now he's getting back on it exactly when we need him to. Beautiful strike. That ball as well across the box. That's a deadly ball. Defenders can't touch it because they're afraid of scoring an own goal, but Omar is there to bang it into the back of the net. 1-0 up, and again down the right side of the pitch, a little cross ball to Smith, and the keeper makes a decent save, to be fair. Makes himself nice and big, but look at that for a ball. That is crazy. Look at this, and the save just tops it off as well. Didn't have much time to react to it. Lucky for me, it does fall straight to me, but look at that for hands. Push it out wide for a corner. Fantastic save. Another long range effort, and another one from them at the near post. Finally, the half-time whistle is blown, so I can take a little bit of a breather, calm myself down. This is a big second half. Only 1-0 up. We have a lot to play for, and it starts off pretty well though. The keeper makes a decent save at his feet. We should have scored though, and now Hartlepool on the attack at the near post, and look at that for a save as well. I'm keeping us in this. They're all over us. Another easy-ish save. Didn't quite get the connection to it, and then they're whipping the ball in at the near post once more, and that's a beautiful save. It doesn't look that good, but look at the defender is in the way, and I react quick enough. From that corner though, I come out and gather it nice and easy, take the pressure off my defenders, and from that I just dish it out to the right side of the pitch, run up again. Look at this ball from Gonzalez to Omar again, one-on-one with the keeper, and there he is to double our lead in the 78th minute. His left foot once more, and that could be it. 2-0 is a big enough deficit that we need. Even if we concede one, I don't think we're going to concede two. They are having a lot of opportunities, but we are more deadly. Look at Omar, the run splits the 2 defenders, the centre-backs just run away from each other, leaves the space for him, and he pretty much walks into the box, bangs it across the keeper, doesn't really stand a chance that close. And you know what happens now? I get subbed off again. 10 shots against, 5 saves, 7.4 rating, and I get subbed off for the last game of the season. I decided to watch it because I thought we might get a celebration, and we get to witness Omar getting his hat-trick, his last hat-trick for Sutton United. You'll see where he goes next season, but there we go. That is enough. The game is done and dusted, and I'm just disappointed that I couldn't witness it on the pitch. You know, I'm sat on the subs bench with all the other people that don't get to play. I played pretty well and I get punished for it. It's just annoying, but the through ball was timed perfectly, the run as well, and he just takes the time. It's pretty obvious he's going to go at the near post. Just doesn't sprint towards it, just bangs it at the near post, making it 3-0, and that is where this game ends. So we are guaranteed automatic promotion, and we love to see it. Let's look at the table one last time. Bradford City still have 1 game to play, but it doesn't matter. They cannot take our spot away from us. But Carlisle United win the league, Mansfield Town come second, and we get the 3rd position, the last spot for automatic promotion. So we're going to League 1. But I feel like I've done all I can with Sutton United, so we're going to be looking for a new team in the next episode. Hopefully we get some good bid, but you will just have to wait and see. Looking at the top goal scorers, Omar at the top, 34 goals in 46 games. Ridiculous numbers. Imagine coming second with 22 goals in the league. Brutal from that man there. Assists galore from us though. Omar at the top once more, scoring and providing, and then we don't talk about where I finish. But that is going to be it for today's episode. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, don't forget to leave a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, turn your notifications on, and as always, look after yourself, stay safe, and I'll speak to you next time. Goodbye.